So you've got Africa, you've got South America, and then you've got Antarctica, which is correct according to the American military or American Navy or Air Force. Someone in America, they said that it was correct. They said that the map is correct in terms of the landline of Antarctica. So, Also, there is a island, interestingly, on the Peri Reis map. Up there in the top left, I want to say, there's like a kind of red island in the sea. With this one here. That one right there. Should make it bigger. Ooh, there we go. So the island in the sea that was mapped out on the Peri Reis map, which isn't there today. However, if you do look underground in the Atlantic Ocean around Bermuda, there is a kind of landmass that is around the same shape. Should we pop both of them on there at the same time? There we go. We're going to line them up. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Also, looking through Randall Carlson's research, some of the ocean deep dives that they were doing, and they were dredging up all of the stone and the sand, they said that they did find prehistoric sand out further than the Azores, further over towards North America, kind of around the Bermuda area, weirdly. So that actually lined up this island on the Peri Reis map. It actually does align with some geological research that there was ancient sand at the bottom of the ocean, which means at one point the bottom was at the top. So who knows? Maybe there's sunken islands all over the world. So is it possible that there are ancient maps that used to exist, like the maps that were source material for the Peri Reis map? Were there ancient maps that existed that mapped California as an island? Because at some point in time, California was entirely enclosed by the sea at some point. The Californian fault line, it runs right alongside almost the border of California as a state. So, I mean, it's a pretty crazy fluctuating place to be in the world, if we probably look at it for the last 100,000 millions of years. So, is it a place that could have potentially at some point had some sort of movement that we didn't record because it happened when there was no recordings? If we're running with the idea that there was an ancient civilization before the beginning of what we think when we think civilization started, what if they had mapped out the west coast and they'd found it was an island, and so that the ancient maps that were coming out in the 1500s, they were being copied by mariners, by explorers and the cartographers. They were copying ancient source maps that weren't correct anymore, but they were correct then. I'm not sure if that's possible. I need to do more research. I don't know a lot about geology, so I'm going to maybe bring this to Randall. And any of you guys, I'm also opening this out to you guys out there. What do you think? Can you throw me any evidence for either way?